No flex zone. No flex zone. They know better. They know better. No flex zone. No flex zone. They know better. They know better. Wanna go? Go flex. Wanna go? Let's go. I treat it so special. Now you all jealous. Freak hoes got serious. They see it's a better. I'm treating it serious.
Yeah, no, you can't use my lip gloss. Pop a perk, now I'm on lift off. Ass still fat, it's on Rick Ross. You bitches make a nigga dick south. Big bitch fall like I'm at tip off. Get it wet, then I rub the tip on. Dragon bone jeans, I can slip off. Big bitch, I've been hot since flip on. One of this game for 5 years. Guess that's why my feet hurt. Wonder when they bite me. Do these bitches teeth hurt? Yes, I am an icon. That's me on your t-shirt. Thought you knew better. Do your fucking research. If you ain't know this, then know what's on. This so you can't beat Nick's on. And Madison Square when the Knicks home. I live next door to Brad Pitt's home. I like bad bitches cause they like bad bitches too. I like hood niggas with a bad attitude. They can never beat young Nick Manitou. Even if they had a lunch or two latitude. Listen up, how this my territory. You are my son, like an episode of more, like an episode of ER. But you're hotter than a PR when it comes to rap skills. Nobody wants to see y'all. Motherfuckers flexing, motherfuckers acting. Bitches is my sons and they crazy contractions. Keep pushing out, I'ma get them to the clinic. Cause when they're with them, y'all and them gimmick. Rock songs, I can hear it in your tone. This nigga keeps staring in my phone. But if you ugly, it's a no tap zone. It's a no tap zone. It's a no tap zone. Rock songs, I can hear it in your tone. This nigga keeps staring in my phone. But if you ugly, it's a no tap zone. It's a no tap zone. It's a no flex zone.
No flex zone. No flex zone. They know better. They know better. No flex zone. No flex zone. They know better. They know better. Wanna go? Wanna go? Desert. I treat it so special. Now you all jealous. Freak hoes got several. They see it's a better. I'm treating it serious. I'm go get 'em.
What's going on, Conscious Crew, TGIF? I told you guys we were going to be having a back-to-back live stream. Yes, honey, we on a big-to-big. Yeah, okay. And I'm happy to be back. You guys harassed me enough, stalked me enough, menaced me enough. Bitch, the winos even inboxed me and DM me and were like, girl, where are you? So I was like, I know I had to get it back. Hold on, let me get this soda up out of me. So we're back, child, okay? And honestly, it feels so weird. It feels so weird. We'll get into that, okay? You guys know what we're here to talk about. We just got off of a live stream, getting into some Unhinged with Budweiser K, Drama Girl. She done set it off and cheered up Cardi B, and they got it going on, girl. So if you missed that commentary, please, at some point before the night is over, definitely get into all of that, a mess, okay? But we're here to get into some more mess. So before we deep dive into that, you guys already know what I need y'all to do. I need y'all to thumbs up this video, girl. I've been missing for almost a week, honey. So we're going to have to algorithm it up, child. Okay? So thumbs up the video. Thumb it up supports the algorithm. But it also is your personal invite to all other unsuspecting Conscious crew members who have no idea that we're live and in color right now, despite having their own notifications already turned on from YouTube, okay? So that's your way of letting them know, girl, get your ass up in here, girl, okay? The king is back and the kingdom is active out here in these sky rates, okay? Also, make sure if you are a new subscriber here, if you are new here, that you are subscribed to the platform, and shout out to the 43.4K and counting. Hi, all new Conscious crew members. Love you all and happy to have you here. And hopefully you are having a warm welcome, honey. Okay, don't be a stranger and don't be intimidated and drop down from the bush, honey. We are a very talkative kingdom. We're very passionate, okay, but we're friendly and we're communal and we're honest and we're fun and we're those bitches, okay? So what's up? Make sure that you are sharing the stream out to wherever it is you have digital community, girl. Facebook, Yo Book, MySpace, Tumblr, the dark side of Twitter, your personal OF. I don't give a damn where you laying the link. Just at them whores on the Real Out Live and in color. And if that's it, is that all? I think so. I feel like I'm missing something. That's how long I've been checked out, child. But with no further ado, girl, let's go ahead and push on through.
I know a place where you can recharge your soul.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
And in the midst of brokenness, he gon' see your asshole.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
You gon' heal, you gon' laugh and catch a little shade.
Ooh, girl.
Y'all know he be slaying, y'all better stop playing. Come hear what he's saying.
Ladies and gentlemen.
All right, let me speak to the Conscious crew members. What's going on, Jay Goody and the Mister? Hey, Boo. What's going on, Katie? Hey, Serenity. Hey, Mary. What's going on, you guys? Hey, TST. Hey, Boo. What's going on, Andrew? Hey, Lady Royale. What's going on, Demetria? Hi, Boo. What's going on, Miss Paris St. Marquise? Hi, what's going on, Dada? What's going on, Jay? Janessa, what's going on, Lumen? Hey, what's going on, Bougie? Hey, my goddess. Make sure you guys go and subscribe to Neo X Philosophy and me, honey. Okay, she does it all. She gets into the debates, the hotel, the African, the community. She's into it all, girl. Okay, one of the greatest humanitarians and philanthropists on the internet, girl. Get into it all. Okay, master debaters. If you also love debating and you love like getting into those philosophical, metaphysical conversations, Neo X she's all that, okay? So check her out. What's going on, Shayla? Hey, Ashley. What's going on, Starlight? Hey, Bill. What's going on, Derek? Hey, Mike Derek. What's going on? Hey, Nicole. Hi. Hey, everybody. Hi, Scar. Hey, Andrew Reed. What's going on, Corinthia? Hey, Boo. Hey, Caramel. What's going on, Gabriella? Ashley. Hey, Dreaming Emma. What's going on, The Doll? Sexy Nessa. Let me go ahead and make sure I shouted out my cash appers from the last stream to make sure, girl. Y'all be throwing them dollars on me, girl. I don't even be getting up in here good, girl. I just come to dance for y'all, girl. How doing? Oh, girl, I think I got a cash app already. Damn. Y'all love me, baby. Once again, shout out to my auntie, dear Yvette. And thank you to Star from the last show. And thank you to Nicole. Thank you so much. Welcome back. I am back. And honestly, like, I feel like I'm driving a new car. Like, I feel kind of like it feels kind of weird, but like in a good way. So I guess I just got to get back into the run. Girl, we got some stuff to talk about, baby. I got one hell of a story time for y'all that I cannot wait to talk to y'all about. I've been contemplating whether I wanna get into it in Patreon or talk about it on the main platform, because it's kind of personal, but it's a conversation that needs to be had wide open. And then it's so crazy. It's got drama, it's got humor, it's got everything. It's like a whole fucking movie involved in it, but I'm gonna figure all of that out. I don't know yet. But anyway, girl, we here to get into it. What's going on, Takina? Hey, boo. So you guys see the headline, girl. Nicki Minaj and her piece of husband, girl, got it going on. First of all, I want to say shout out to Nicki Minaj on the coming album. I think she's going to actually shit. I think I'm gonna like this body of work that she's coming out with, girl. And I had just listened to her and Ice Spice with the Barbie World. I absolutely love the track. Y'all know I love Nicki Minaj's music, but everything else I can't stand. Like what I think of her personality and just how she's navigated her celebrity, and just the drama with the rap girls and stuff, and just this stuff with her marriage. Everything is a buzz. Everything else is a buzzkill. But like her taste in music, I love her taste in music, her style of music. So I'm looking forward to the music. Her house was swatted, girl. So let's get into it because Nicki Minaj has a lot going on. She's also being sued over alleged damaged, missing jewelry, which does seem frivolous. I looked into what the shenanigans was, and it's looking like something that Todd had brought back to us. So I really do think that Nicki Minaj doesn't have any wrongdoing in that, but we might touch on that before this is all said and done, girl. But get into this, child. Nicki Minaj caught in a swatting call prank for alleged child abuse and fake house fire. According to a TMZ report published on Sunday, Nicki Minaj was caught in a swatting call prank after an anonymous phone caller falsely told police her 2-year-old son, Papa Bear, was being abused. The prankster contacted Child Services, which led to LA Police Department sheriff's deputies rolling up at the rap superstar's California mansion. According to a law enforcement source, deputies spoke with Nicki and her husband, Kenneth Petty, and examined their son, who is affectionately known as Papa Bear, before determining that there was no sign of abuse. The deputies surmised that the Red Ruby the Sleaze rapper was a victim of a swatting call. However, the media outlet reported that another caller phoned 911 hours later to report a fire at Nicki Minaj's house. Police determined that that was also a bogus call as well. The cream rhymer is reportedly pursuing legal action against the person or persons involved in the prank phone calls. XXL has reached out to Nicki Minaj's rep in Los Angeles Police Department for comment. According to LA Police Department, the term swatting refers to someone who places a false emergency call for service, which causes a large police response, often a SWAT team, which gives the prank its name. The pranksters will call a law enforcement agency near the victim and place a false call that a horrible crime or threat, possibly a hostage situation, has taken place at the victim's home. This often brings law enforcement officials, SWAT, and medical personnel to the home, only to discover nothing has happened. The prank is known for wasting time and resources that could be used for pursuing real crimes. Thankfully, Nicki Minaj and her husband are safe and nothing serious happened during the swatting incident, girl. Okay? So this is a hot mess, okay? Now, rumor is they're saying that, girl, the Barty gang did it, child. There's also a lot of disgruntled barbs still who are not happy with Kenneth Petty. They're not happy with their queen choosing a peasant and a simp and an incel like Kenneth Petty out of all the choices she had, girl. God only knows who the fuck this could have been. But with Nicki Minaj pursuing charges, trust and believe all resources are going to be exhausted in order to locate this person. When you call into police and call into the fire department, etc., those phone calls are traced. Those phone calls go into a database, and these departments have the resources to locate these phone numbers, who they belong to, where they were called from, etc. So it's going to be interesting to see if Nicki Minaj does take the time to get to the bottom of who put both of these false claims against her. It could have been the same person who was on a back-to-back shit, and who that person will be and what example will be made out of them. I think this is really fucked up. I think people have the right to not like people. People have the right to think, if you think Nicki Minaj is a bitch, that's your personal opinion. If you think that Kenneth Petty is a piece of shit who should burn in hell, that is your personal opinion. But taking it upon yourself to actually inconvenience people's lives and to put these type of resources at work over bullshit and over your feelings is mental illness at its all-time fucking highest. I'm not the biggest fan of Kenneth Petty, my damn self, but those are personal opinions that does not afford me to do anything more than feel and think the way that I want to think. The fact that people in this world actually think that the way they feel should turn into the equivalent of an action that has no basis outside of their perception is psychotic at best, okay? But it does not stop there, you guys, because hold on, and thumbs up this video until it is stuck. Because speaking of Kenneth Petty and what you think about him, Kenneth Petty is refusing to settle in his litigation with Jennifer Hough, who you know is the alleged victim of Kenneth Petty, the alleged RAPE victim of Kenneth Petty. He served time behind the alleged sexual assault of Jennifer Hough. And it's been a lot going on since then. We've already went over a lot of this because Jennifer Hough pursued a lawsuit against both Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty last year. She dropped her lawsuit against Nicki Minaj last year, I believe because there were some jurisdictional issues. Apparently that lawsuit was to be resumed once they corrected jurisdiction. You guys know when it comes to lawsuits and civil suits and all of that, you have to have lawyers in the proper state in order to file paperwork. If those things are off technically, then you do have to go and undo the entire suit and do it all over again. So it's a lot of that type of detail, okay? But according to Ace Showbiz, Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty, refuses to settle sexual assault lawsuit despite the judge order, okay? Nicki Minaj's husband reportedly refused to settle his sexual lawsuit filed by Jennifer Hough now that Kenneth Petty didn't want to cooperate despite a judge's order. His alleged victim is demanding a legal intervention. Through her lawyer, Tyrone Blackburn, Jennifer is requesting the court to set a scheduling order. The lawyer wrote in his letter to Judge James R. Cho, quote, "We are counsel to plaintiff Jennifer Hough in the above referenced matter. I write jointly with counsel for defendant Kenneth Petty. As you know, the court provided the parties with an opportunity to engage in private mediation. The parties participated in private mediation, but unfortunately, we were unable to reach a settlement," he added, according to Hip Hop DX. "We would like to have a scheduling conference with the court to set a scheduling order." In April of 1995, Kenneth was convicted of attempted RAPE in the first degree for an assault on the then 16-year-old Jennifer that year prior. He was 15 years old at the time. Petty was sentenced to 18 to 54 months in prison and served 4 years and is currently listed as a Level 2 registered sex offender in New York. So Kenneth Petty is refusing to sit down with Miss Jennifer. Why? I don't know. You would think that Kenneth Petty would want to get this over with. You would think he would want to go ahead and wipe his hands and, do away with this. I believe Kenneth Petty initially agreed to mediate with Jennifer. Something has happened in the interim, and he has refused since then to actually mediate with her. Could it be guilt? Maybe this much interaction with Jennifer is causing him to revisit some sense of shame about what he did to her back in 1995. I know people in the last time that we reported on this asked me if I believe that he did this. I would say yes. I mean, he's the one who confessed to doing a crime. A RAPE kit was also performed on her because she went to school after this alleged incident, and from there, the authorities got involved, etc. And what also, outside of the obvious, his confession, her RAPE kit, the conviction, etc. Kenneth Petty has argued that his hand was forced as it relates to pleading guilty, etc., because he was young and he was taken advantage of and he didn't have the money to really fight this, and so he pretty much had to buckle down and do what he had to do because all the odds were against him, blah, 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 blah. Well, that could have been something that he might have convinced some people was the case if he had actually fought his conviction after he served his time. Instead, what Kenneth did was plead guilty, do his 4 years, and then he went on with the rest of his life. And he never bothered to contest this. Damn near, what? Damn near 2.5 decades. 2.5, damn near 3 decades went by. And he was fine with being a sex offender. He was fine with being on the sex offender registry. He didn't bother to use none of that trap money to get a lawyer to push this, to put it back in front of the courts. He didn't do anything to fight for. He just sat there and went on by his fucking life. So that makes me absolutely fucking believe, on top of the obvious, that he damn sure did what he confessed and was found guilty of with supporting corroborating fucking evidence, which is the RAPE kit and Jennifer Hough's testimony her damn self. It was the irony of him then bumping into Nicki Minaj at a pumpkin festival while he was dating another motherfucker, and getting married and involved with her, and then all of a sudden now he didn't do this and his hand was forced and he's really innocent, etc. And to be honest, all of that shit was just to make Nicki Minaj look better, because that shit just looks crazy next to her as a superstar. Like, that narrative, that stigma, that stench, that just looks horrible. So, of course, he has to say that, because, nothing else makes logical fucking sense but to deny that you actually did something heinous and violating like this to a woman, and you're married to a female superstar who has a large female and gay fan base. And, yikes. On top of the fact that her own brother, is locked up for the same crimes. It just looks horrible. So for me, Kenneth Petty waited way too long to claim he was innocent. He waited damn near 30 years. Damn near 30 fucking years to how I'm innocent. I didn't do nothing. But when you were dating Brenda here, okay, from the Cracker Barrel, you wasn't crying innocent then. You wasn't fighting the damn conviction. And apparently Kenneth Petty has a trillion fucking kids. A trillion kids we don't hear about. A trillion kids we don't hear him talk about. A trillion kids we don't hear Nicki Minaj talk about. A trillion kids we don't see his ass with. And we didn't see him fighting motherfucking sex offender registry when he working down there at the goddamn post office and serving goddamn sweet tea at the rushes. He wasn't worried about getting his ass off the sex offender list. You telling me that this nigga prioritized making enough trap money to buy a room full of Jordans, but is supposed to be believed to have been so innocent and a man so frank that he didn't take any of that trap money and that street money and hustled this damn conviction off his ass prior to Nicki? Okay. All right. Moving along. So, on top of him refusing to sit down with Miss Jennifer Hough for a mediation for whatever reason, maybe he's not there because his ass is too busy trying to keep the goddamn pitchforks from being thrown through his goddamn Hollywood Hills mansion, because apparently the community in which Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty live in are actually created a petition to have their asses evicted out of the community, girl, saying that Kenneth Petty and his sex offender registry shit is bringing down the property value of the goddamn community, girl. Let me show you this here. My God, today, girl. How doing, girl? This all the shit I was supposed to talk to y'all ass about almost 2 weeks ago, girl. Okay, then I got lost. Check this shit out. Change.org. Say no to sex offenders in Hidden Hills. Already has. Hold on, let's refresh. Oh yeah, this is a refresh page. 1,051 signatures, okay? They're only looking for 1,500. Already have over 1K signatures to get Kenneth Petty, okay, or also known as Avery Johnson, out of the fucking neighborhood. Look at why this petition matters. Nicki Minaj and her husband, registered sex offender Kenneth Petty, have purchased a house in our neighborhood of Hidden Hills at the... I'm not even going to read that. Kenneth Petty is a level 3 sex offender convicted for attempted RAPE of a 16-year-old girl and has a high likelihood to reoffend. He was also found guilty for unaliving a man. He is currently under house arrest for failing to register as a sex offender in California as law demands it. The Petty couple moving in would lead to appraisal value of our homes to go down, in all caps, due to safety concerns. It will lead to children and women being targeted. We, the residents of Hidden Hills, must put our resident safety first. Don't wait to receive a letter from the government saying a predator has moved in near you. Do not allow this dangerous sex offender to live near you. Show that you are against sex offenders in our Hidden Hills neighborhood. Sign and share this petition with neighbors, friends, and family to warn them. Talk to your local police station. Visit the Hidden Hills City Association site and get in contact to voice your concerns here. Okay? Oh my God, let's just look at some of the reasons here. Okay, Nathan says her husband is dangerous. This was 6 months ago. Jana says Kenneth is a threat to society. He's a convicted RAPIST who went on to become a convicted murderer. As an adult, Kenneth gunned down his victim like he was hunting an animal. His actions clearly show that he has zero regard for humans. His wife, Nicki Minaj, is just as bad, being that she only chose a murdering RAPIST as her husband, but went on to publicly shame the victim and insinuated that the victim was a white woman, as if that's why he was convicted. Minaj refuses to accept the fact that she married a predator, which is her free will to do so, but just not in, a locked Hidden Hills neighborhood. They need to maybe reside near a zoo with no sign of human life. I don't trust them. 6 days ago. So his reward for being married to a celebrity who also brags about him being a shooter and not a good person is to live amongst the residents of Hidden Hills. He can't be around children. A level 3 sex offender goes on the internet with his wife flashing guns, his goons intimidating people, and both affiliated gang members? Question mark? No. Get them out of the neighborhood. No amount of celebrity is worth compromising peace to safety of the residents. Somebody else wrote, a lot of kids live there. Someone else says pedos need to be in jail. Someone else says he doesn't deserve to live nice. Someone else said 4 days ago, Nicki is a disgusting woman to call herself Barbie while marrying and having a child with a level 3 sex offender and a murderer. What message is she giving to her fans? They both need to get back where they belong. Somebody else said almost 3 weeks ago, he shouldn't live in neighborhoods around kids. Damn, somebody said this petition has reached me in the Philippines. Sex offenders are disgusting and they need to be held accountable. That man needs to be in jail and not roaming freely. Okay? Someone else said pedos under jail. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. Someone else says it's not fair to kids and children to have to be around this violent criminal. Nicki Minaj is disgusting for supporting this monster. And it's a huge reflection of her values. Do more than just sign a petition. Stop supporting her music and her tactics. My. Okay, someone said 9 hours ago, okay, we have a Kenneth Petty supporter. He says, shut the fuck up. You holding something over this man's head that he did at the age of 16. And what do you mean he has a high chance of reoffending? You sound stupid. His wife, a multi-millionaire. What the fuck he look like going to do something so dumb again? I swear us white people so judgmental. Better hope you make it to heaven. All right. Look at there, honey. Somebody else said he's a murderer. Somebody else said let him and his mammy wife go live on a deserted island somewhere. Someone else says, okay, this is what I was reading earlier, child. So, girl, the people of Hidden Hills, girl, says, not here, girl. Not here. Not today, Miss Mama. This ain't what God got for us, baby. We didn't, do what we need to do. We didn't fuck our way to the top, girl. We didn't sacrifice being cool to be in books and school and earn our way to a luxury life just to have to live amongst the Kenneth Pettys and the Nicki Minaj's of the world. But it looks like Nicki Minaj is sticking with her man, baby. She gonna stick beside him, girl. That's hers. That's hers. Now, Lenny Royal said 16, I don't give a fuck. Go to jail. Now, to be fair, he did do his time. He did his time. He served his 4 years out, etc. You know, but my thing is, you know, so, you know, I'm a Christian. And, you know, every sinner has a saint's future, and every saint has a sinner's past. And of course, I believe in redemption, and I believe that people should be afforded to do better, make better, and transform their lives. You know, that's the whole beauty of life, etc. But setting Kenneth Petty aside, like, it's just interesting that Nicki Minaj would do this to herself. And just like in Cardi B's case, Cardi is a pick-me-sha. Look at how Cardi B is out here the one calling the neighborhood talk. She's the one out here calling every blog to make sure that they don't pick up a false story about her man cheating on him when it should be his ass putting in that work, considering that he's the one who made the cheating allegations real initially by actually cheating, and he should be one scared to death, okay, of rumors like this coming up. He should be the one cleaning up the bullshit of it all, because it was his actions that ultimately led to the circus, but it's Cardi B running around doing the damn most, okay? But look at also how in Nicki Minaj's case, it's the same shit. Like, you're so desperate to wanna be like, she's such a wannabe gangster bitch that it means this much to her to go marry a man who she profiles and considers gangster just for the sake of street cred, just for the sake of like the social equity coming out of the hood of like her being a complete package of a bad bitch by having her like quintessential thug on her arm. Like, it means that much to you. Like, that fake ass street cred, that fake ass social equity from trying to live as appear as a bad bitch means that much to you, girl, that you would literally take Kenneth Petty to the top. This man was living in a 1-bedroom apartment with his girlfriend when he accidentally ran into Nicki Minaj at the goddamn chicken circuit. You ran into her at the goddamn chitlin festival, baby, by accident. And then the text messages got leaked of Kenneth corresponding with his girlfriend, who he went missing on because he pretty much ran into Nicki Minaj and then went missing for days, and then told her when he finally responded that he was only trying to get to the bag. Now, if we all saw those text messages as social media, then you know damn well Nicki Minaj saw those text messages as well. She knew what the tea was as well. And didn't give a damn. Because that's how much just superficial ass equity of being with a so-called thug mean to her. Nicki Minaj, this was the only way for her to level up with Remy Ma, who actually has been to prison. She has her bodies to show for her hoodness. This was Nicki Minaj's only way to level up with Lil' Kim. Lil' Kim has her bodies, served time, Junior Mafia, whole nine, didn't snitch. She paid her dues to the streets. What was Nicki Minaj's claim gonna be? Because she knew in hip hop, like the core of hip hop is about like the authenticity of yourself. And that's why the whole write your own lyrics thing is a big deal, because it's all about the stamp of your own authenticity. Writing what you live, living what you write. Nicki Minaj knew she could not exist in hip hop and write and talk and have this bravado and have this fuck you gangster, that shooters looking ass niggas push kilos in a van ass, and there be no substance. Every other rap bitch, and definitely every other rap nigga, they got their bodies. They got their mug shots. They got their criminal arrest records. They got their scars. They got their situations to all show for their lawlessness. What was Nicki Minaj gonna do? She knew she couldn't sit there and just be pretty and just talk all that shit and there just not be no substance in her life to vindicate it and validate it. She needed to validate her bravado and her persona, because that's all it was persona. In real life, Nicki Minaj is a nerd. In real life, she's an artsy girl who was in drama school. In real life, she's corny. In real life. Real life. That's why when Cardi B applied that heat to her ass, she was up against that wall like a sweet princess. Because when push come to shove, Nicki Minaj gonna find the nearest corner and she gonna stop dropping motherfucking roll with the rest of us out of danger. Okay? So what was she gonna do? She's sitting up here in hip hop. Her lyrics have gotten her to the top. Her creativity gotten her to the top. Her flow gotten her to the top. Her penmanship gotten her to the top. But what was going to be her glue? What was going to be the ghetto-ness? She needed a real ghetto story. She needed her first 48. Like, what was going to be Nicki Minaj's first 48? She didn't have anything to claim of her own. Her first 48 was going to be assumed by living vicariously through the lawlessness of her husband. Because if she could not manifest her lawlessness and get that final stamp of approval from Hollywood and have her own scar, her partner, whoever she chose as a man, had to be that. He had to have the scars. He had to have the street. He had to have had the bodies. He had to have committed the ultimate Luciferian demonic acts that stamp her in with the rest of the hoodlums. And that was Kenneth Petty. But my God, today, a man who violated another woman, like, not a burglar. Like, I could understand any other crime. Like, okay, he was a scammer. He burglarized. He moved drugs even. Big kingpin, drug dealer, nigga, boom, boom, boom. But you a woman and you chose a man who allegedly violated another woman. And God forbid you were going to have a girl. What if God would have gave Nicki Minaj a girl instead of a boy? It just goes to show, like one person said in that comment section of that petition, Nicki Minaj choices really shows her values as a woman, as an individual. And it's deplorable. It's desperate. Choosing Kenneth Petty could not be the biggest representation of Nicki Minaj's desperation to be a hood bitch so bad. And she is so fucking corny for wanting to be such a hood bitch so bad. It's okay to be a pretend hood bitch. It's okay. It's okay to have a persona. Beyonce has a persona. Janet Jackson had a persona. Britney Spears had a persona. Plenty of fucking celebrities, particularly artists, have had personas. They didn't have to live it. It's called art for a reason. It imitates life. It was okay to be an imitation. It was okay to know what was work and what was you. The fact that she literally started to believe her own delusion of being some gangster bitch is just so incredibly cringy and corny. It is so cringy and corny that she wanted to believe and make this image so real to herself that she decided, I'm going to go find a man that has actually hurt other human beings, other women, and other men. And I'm going to sit next to him and I'm going to be proud and act like he is the greatest black king that has ever came out of a black woman in modern time. And I am so narcissistic and self-absorbed in myself, and I'm such a pretend mean girl fucking bitch that I'm going to sacrifice and potentially compromise my fan base by standing beside this man, disappoint Black women who I speak about and represent and so-called champion for by standing by this man. I'm going to cater to a underage demographic of young Black female youth and stand in front of them with this man who actually has hurt human beings and who, as the person said under the petition, I continue to rap and brag about being willing to hurt motherfuckers still to this day, because she's not even married to a reform man. If her lyrics, as she says, is a diary of her drug use and they have any reality to them, then her music also implies that her nigga is still that nigga that committed that crime against Jennifer Hough back in 1995. He's still that nigga that gunned down that man in cold blood out in the daylight, found him and assassinated him. But that's exactly why she chose him. Because Nicki Minaj actually thinks that there's something gangster and glamorous and redemptive about being capable of willing to unalive in cold blood and willing to take what the fuck you want. And then she expects us to believe when these rap girls have these narratives about her, like Lotto or Cardi B earlier on in her career, and she played the victim, and I don't know what like, and then she puts on that little baby shit and she wants to be the victim. It's like, how? You defend predators, you married a predator, and your own lyrics and your own energy is predatorial in and of itself. So, just like Sheck is a covert version of Unhinged, because opposites do not attract. That's actually a very false equivalent. I mean, not a false equivalent. That's a false notion. There's no such thing as opposite attracts. What actually happens is that quiet people attract the loud versions of them fucking selves. Unhinged is the loud version of her husband. Cardi B is the loud, ratchet version of her ratchet ass husband. And Nicki Minaj is the loud, ratchet, personified version of her fucking husband. People attract their alter egos. They may not ever act like the so-called opposite person, but best believe, bitch, that's who the fuck they want to be. It's who they want to be. And I just think that it's a shame. And it's a great disappointment. And I can never take Nicki Minaj seriously as a person. That's why I don't pay attention to anything she says outside of her music. Like her ghetto ass music. Like, I like ghetto ass Trina, Kaya, Foxy Brown, bad bitch ass music. I like big titty music. But like, in terms of her politics and all of that shit, I don't listen to none of that shit. That shit falls on deaf fucking ears. Like, and it's just weird. It's just so crazy that Nicki Minaj really tried to make this real for herself by marrying Kenneth Petty. I just think it is so extreme and so over the top. And if I was not allowed to see it for myself, I would not be able to believe it. I would not be able to believe what I'm looking at. So Nicki is willing to suffer for this man. She's willing to suffer for her black king, who is going to be susceptible to prank calls and to CPS calls and to being hated, and she's willing to suffer through him having a victim who is accusing him of harassing her even to this day, and she's willing to suffer through making all this money and being an immigrant and coming over here to this country and carving out this life for herself, only to still have to enjoy her money and her wealth by being boycotted out of her own fucking neighborhood, not even because of her, but because of him. Her black big knuckle ass nigga is worth it to her. And nobody would ever understand why. But we know why. We know why. We know why, right, class? We know why. Because Kenneth Petty, the existence of Kenneth Petty in Nicki Minaj's life convinces Nicki Minaj that she's some gangster mafia hoe that she actually is not. Kenneth Petty is a status symbol for her in hip-hop and in the hood, which is where her general demographic is. And he's with her for the same reason. Like, that's a gag, a status symbol. He gets to have an iPhone and she gets to have street cred. And they are a holy matrimony. Saint Head says he's giving Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, period. How is CTV putting down black women? Did I miss something? Let me scroll up. Hey, Phil, a strategic opportunist predator, when her pockets get affected, maybe she will see. And her pockets never will. She's probably gonna be a rich bitch for the rest of her life. I'm not mad at the neighbors. I would want them living by me either. Out of all of them men Nicki could have chosen, she chose him. I like a lot of things about Nicki and her music, but you cannot deny there are a lot of problematic things that come out of her mouth. That come out of her in the company she keeps. Yeah, it's so, and it's painful to watch because it's like, girl, why do all this? Why come this far? Why be this legendary? Why be this iconic? Why become this rich and successful just to let Kenneth Petty reduce the quality of your life? Why? If anybody thinks this conversation is putting down black women, this conversation actually is about empowering black women, because black women deserve much more than a Kenneth Petty in their fucking life. For anybody who is confused about what the tone is of this dialogue, because if this was putting down black women, this wouldn't even be a live stream. Because she's already down. She's already down. The conversation is about figuring out why a black woman would want to put herself down by being with a man who cannot level up in any kind of way and match her in anything. He can't match her in career. He can't match her in finances. He can't match her in social equity. He can't put her in no rooms with nobody that matters. He can't move her career. No, nothing. There's no redemptive quality to Kenneth Petty other than, once again, the fact that he has equity in the streets. And that's the only thing that Nicki Minaj is missing as a wannabe hardcore mafia bitch. I mean, the last name speaks for itself. You're absolutely right, Ashley, about that. I mean, period. My God. You're right. I never effing would. Nicki Minaj sends me down a rabbit hole. Every time there's a conversation I have to have, it's like, My brain just like goes down this rabbit hole because I just cannot. It blows me to smithereens. He can't pick up the baby. Your husband can't pick up your baby. Your husband can't go to a PTA meeting. Your husband can't host a birthday party with his son, with the other little boys from school. Like, how can you not be embarrassed as a superstar, as a black female superstar? How could you not be embarrassed? How could you even live in the upper echelons with your Ritz crackers and cherry and cheese, and take your Dolce and Gabbana and prance around the room and talk to millionaires and doctors, and your husband can't hold a single conversation with any of those valuable men of real business, sustainable business in the world? Who the fuck is in their suit and tie talking to Kenneth Petty in the room about anything real? Nobody. I have no energy for Nicki and her laundry list of poor decisions and publicity stunts. When Big Papa gets older, how are they going to explain why he can't come to a lot of the play? It's just so... Oh, you know how they're going to explain it, Teresa? A white woman franked your father, who she was in a relationship with, and she got mad because he didn't want her anymore, and she went and penned false allegations against him. That's how they're going to explain it. Kenneth Petty is going to be the hero, of course, in the story. He's going to be the victim, as Nicki Minaj attempted to convince her fan base initially. That's how they're going to explain it. They're going to explain that the criminal justice system is warped, that it's against a black man, and that this is why, you know, they're going to have to give Papa, that's why they're having to give him a great life and etc., and teach him what it means to be a black man in America, because everything is unfair and everything is against you. Oh, they're going to pile it on real juicy. They're going to pile it on real good, baby. Kenneth Petty going to come out clean in that shit. Yeah, when he gets old enough to ask questions, and the kids get to laughing, mocking, and bringing up his daddy mug shots and shit, and stuff got to be explained. Oh yeah, they're gonna make sure, baby, they have that narrative, that sweet fairy tale together. All because Nicki Minaj wants to pretend to be a real gangster bitch, that she would actually do this to her real life. Girl, I can't. Girl, that is something is wrong with Nicki Minaj. Something is wrong with Nicki Minaj. If I ever got a chance to talk to Nicki Minaj, girl, we would have to talk about her psychology behind Kenneth Petty. And Nicki Minaj knows that she knows what she's doing with Kenneth, because that's why there hasn't been a lot of conversation where she's dealt with that conversation in the media about Kenneth. She hasn't ever really sat down in any interview and allowed an interviewer or a commentator to have a real in-depth conversation with her about her husband. She knows it doesn't make sense. And she knows she hasn't found a way to make it make sense, because the reality is he's once again a street cred status symbol that she has no way to explain to the public, because she's supposed to not be pretending. This is all supposed to be real, remember? So she just has to avoid the conversation and just kind of deal and kind of move along. And yeah, she's fronting knowing her decisions are screwing up her money. Barbaric bars, my God, today is giving hostage to me. Like, he dealt with the situation in the past for her, and now she has to be with her. It's giving hostage, like he dealt with a situation. Let me show you. You know, she loves talking about bodies. Loves it. And then, you know, there was that strange coincidence of the ex-girlfriend who Nicki Minaj stole him from. Do you guys realize Nicki Minaj stole? There's really no such thing as stole your man. Like, a man can't be stolen if he was yours, but y'all know what I mean. Like, the man was actually in a relationship when Nicki Minaj got him. And then when the girlfriend was like, "Girl, where the fuck are you?" "Oh, I'm with Nicki." "Okay, and why?" I'm just getting to the bag. Like, keep it cool. Don't worry. And then when the girl leaked the text messages and all of that, shortly after that, that girl's home was ramshacked. She was beat, bloody, pistol whipped, violently attacked in her home. And do you know what's in Nicki Minaj's lyrics? The last bitch didn't make it. Y'all, this ego shit got people fucked up. Nicki Minaj is lost in the sauce. She'll be reincarnating again. She done fucked this incarnation up. She'll reincarnate again. She done got stuck in the Matrix. She's trying to make the illusion real. And yeah, it has affected. It's affected her socially. I mean, she's continued to be successful, but you know, it's just no telling how much more this is going to just stick with her, because he got to be on this registry for the rest of his life. Her address got to be publicly known as a result for the rest of their life. People are not going to like Kenneth Petty for the rest of their life. Papa Bear's going to have to grow up with his dad being who he is and being in the public eye, and he's going to inherit his mom's haters, his dad's haters. I think it was selfish for Nicki Minaj to do this, to not consider her son and who, you know, like, she had a prospect. She didn't think out. She didn't think widescreen. She's like in portrait mode when she made these decisions. And now they're eating. And it's ridiculous. And nobody should be calling CPS, and nobody should be calling a goddamn fire department and all that shit. And as far as white people trying to boycott Kenneth Petty ass out of the neighborhood, while I understand that it's uncomfortable, damn sure, but guess what? There's nowhere for Kenneth Petty to fucking live that somebody ain't gonna be uncomfortable with. So where the fuck they think he's supposed to go, where he's going to not, where it ain't gonna be comfortable? What, back to the fucking hood? You know, I'm sure there's people in that neighborhood who done some things too, but at the end of the day, your money, it pays for your safety. And as long as Kenneth Petty ready to abide by the rules, baby, they gotta play by the rules too. They ain't gotta like that he there, but they doing their best to push his ass out. And all I can say is my. So that's what Nicki Minaj got going on. Like I said, she also got a lawsuit pending, and somebody taking her to court for some missing jewelry. But allegedly, this jewelry that had some missing stones in it, the stones became missing after the owners retrieved the jewelry. The stones were not missing in the interim or in the possession of Nicki Minaj, etc. So seems like a scam that Todd brought to us, girl. So y'all pray for Miss Nicki Minaj, baby. Okay, she said she pressing charges, baby. She pursuing charges. I wish she would have felt that way about Kenneth Petty ass. Okay, and then she could have been living a easy. What was wrong with Nas? Her and Nas had a good thing going. It wasn't no drama. He's an older man. He done been there and done that. Sure, he got good dick, girl. Khalees used to say, you know, that he used to have her screaming and hollering through the goddamn walls, girl. The police, the neighbors would have to call the fire department and shit to come in there and give them a citation for fucking and shit. So what was wrong? What was wrong? Her and Nas could have been cute. Like that was a cute situation. Nicki Minaj need like an older nigga, like, and Nas had, like, he got the street cred, he got the whole nine shit. He was able to block the sales of goddamn Sheetha. What had happened, Nicki? What had happened, girl? Nicki Minaj must be goddamn out of her goddamn mind, baby. How, girl, Nas? You couldn't keep Nas, girl, from Nas to Kenneth, bitch. Or Nas, sue her ass. Like, how dare thee, girl? Going from Nas to Kenneth Petty, it's like going from a G-Wagon to a damn Walmart electric scooter. Girl, there is literally, like, where is Nicki Minaj's scooter, girl? Where is her goddamn scooter? Nicki Minaj didn't help Cardi's career. That's a joke. Somebody said it helped. Did Nicki Minaj's career help? Did Nicki Minaj's career? No, Nicki Minaj absolutely did not help no damn Cardi B, girl. I'm serious, Tiff. On the head court, I'm serious, girl. Like, I think Nas got a lawsuit on his hand, girl, because you wouldn't play me like that, baby. I been telling my exes, girl. All my exes know, bitch. You better level up, girl. Like, you gotta level up after me, girl. Like, the whole point of you being with me is, like, it only can get better. Like, if it goes from me to something less equivalent to me, girl, lawsuit, girl. Like, I'm putting an insurance policy out on you, girl. Hold on, baby. Like, I'm gonna have to get my 30K after the burial. Whole shit, girl. Like, it's consequences to doing worse after me, child. Like, I just think that is some crazy shit, girl. You went from, like, the king of rap, bitch, like, to fucking Kenneth Petty from Nas. I'm gonna change the title of this video, bitch. It's gonna say Nicki Minaj from Nas to Kenneth Petty. Really? Okay. Okay, girl. I guess we going from wireless back to dial-up, baby. Okay, it's the good times, baby. Anytime you need a favor, baby, Nicki Minaj back out here borrowing sugar and shit, girl. Can she borrow your VCRTs, honey? Can I borrow your microwave and things, honey? Like, Nicki Minaj be on her Felicia shit, bitch. I can't. Girl, let me get out of here. I'll see y'all later, Gria. Okay, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all is smart. Y'all is important. Y'all is beautiful, honey. Y'all is decent people, child. Y'all is Audie. Sugar Jessica. That's it, and that is all. Shout out to Tanika for the nasty piece of cash app. Yeah, period. Thank you. Y'all know all donation information is in the description box and in the scroll. If you have enjoyed yourself today, child, you know what to do. My email is also in the description box. Patreon, all that stuff. Girl will be in Patreon today. Tomorrow, me and Reckless will be on the platform tomorrow on YouTube, give you guys a hot topics. We also got some Bishop Whitehead and Unhinged to get into, girl. Y'all know that lawsuits have went out, and Bishop Whitehead is planning on sending more of them out, girl. So we got stuff to catch up on. Some of this stuff is the stuff I had lined up for y'all before I disappeared, girl. So we just gonna be playing catch up and be playing present moment, girl. So tag your shit. Thumbs up this video. We pumping that algorithm again, girl. Getting back into the swing of it. And I have an epic story time to tell you guys because this week was absolutely out of I'm talking about, bitch, like classically out of control, child. Like, I didn't even know I was a content creator. Like, girl, I was completely removed from reality, baby. Like, it was, girl. I was in the real world, for real. So, yes. And there's something else I meant to mention to you all. There was some other YouTube news. I don't know if y'all wanted to talk about it. I know last week, the best friends had done exposed the shit out of each other, honey. Miss Trans Wiggins and Holiday Heart, girl. I was gonna give y'all my thoughts on all of that, girl, and go over that whole situation. But that situation kind of passed. But I'll let y'all decide if y'all want to get into it. If y'all want to get into that, we'll still get into that if we ever. I love you too, Tarita. And is that it? And that all? Yeah, that's it. And that's all. So spread the wealth, spread the word. Yeah. And I'll see you all soon. Have a great weekend, y'all. Do a poll. Okay, hold on. Let me do a poll real quick. Let me do a poll before I go. Hold on, y'all. Let me do a poll. I ain't did a poll in a minute. I ain't do an old nasty piece of poll. Yeah. Oh, y'all gotta get these likes up. There's 200, likes up. Can we get 9 more likes on the video? Thank you. Where the poll at? Hold on. Where the fuck is the poll? Is there a poll? Hey, Silver, call me, Sil. I just came. Hey, boo. Engage your audience. Oh, this is the poll. All right, yes or no? Do y'all want a review of Kenneth and Holiday Heart? All right, I just put a poll up, so I'm gonna let y'all vote, and then we'll decide there. I just put a poll up in the stream. Your 100% yes, really? 10 seconds. My God, but y'all bad. Why y'all like this, girl? I didn't create this. This is not my creation, girl. Who created y'all? Who the fuck created y'all? Okay, I don't know who did this, girl. This is not my doing, honey. I did not cultivate this type of space and this type of people, girl. Okay. Oh my goodness today. All right, well, I guess we're doing it. I mean, shit, it's damn near unanimous agreement. All right, so we'll do that, honey. Matter of fact, actually, we might do that tonight. I need to go jump in the shower super quick and all that. So we may actually get into that tonight. That's going to be an easy commentary. I already got all my little notes and stuff. Yeah. And because it was a lot, girl. And that was the second round. They had already, Trans Wiggins had already popped all her shit on Station Head. Y'all know what, last year? Because we had covered that or whatever, girl. But they went for round 2, girl. But this time it was like a mutual blow for blow, bitch. And girl, it was everything from surveillance cameras and homelessness and couch surfing and roaches and asbestos and yeah. Okay, we'll get into it, baby. Okay, thumbs up the video, you guys. Share. I love you all. And let me shout out my cash appers, and then shout out to my baby mama Tamika, and shout out to my baby mother Nicole, and once again shout out to my auntie Yvette and Star. I love you all and appreciate you all. And I will, if we coming back, we'll probably be back like in 30 minutes or so. If not, tomorrow's going to be a full day. So we'll get it all in. All right. Peace.